My name is Cliff Riley, the Chief Operations Officer for New Leaf Canada Inc. and the CEO for Research and Product Development Solutions here in Jamaica. When you think of agro-processing, one usually look on adding value to a primary material. In most cases, you're looking on growing your crops in the field, you're tending to your animals in the field. It's the finished product that you develop from that now is what fits within agro-production, agro-processing system. So you're moving your tomatoes, for example, through to tomato juice or tomato paste. You go through a processing method where you actually add value to that material, and you package it in such a way that it's more convenient, more accessible, and in some cases more stable and adding value consistently. Then you move further along the value chain in terms of distribution, storage, and all of those other components. So it's really moving, adding innovation, utilizing technology to solve problems and improve on your primary produce. Well, in Jamaica, there's quite a bit of processing occurring in the agricultural space. We were primarily a primary producer based value chain in a sense, where most persons are looking on taking fresh produce from the farms, utilizing those directly. But we're looking at the convenience market now, and more persons have become more engaged in terms of employment, in terms of less flexibility to the environment. So convenience has become one of the major areas. And this has led to a number of companies coming on board, looking at ways and means of adding value to food materials, as well as ensuring that they are available and that one can transcend and move across boundaries. So these materials can move in the forms that are acceptable and commonly are easily used by members of our diaspora. So there has been tremendous growth in the Jamaican space. You are seeing quite a bit of concentrates, quite a bit of canned foods, quite a bit of value, vacuum sealed products going to the market space, as well as we've been adding innovation and new technologies to make foods more convenient, of high nutritional value, and easily accessible. The thing with agro-processing, it's really a process, and it takes quite a bit of training, and it's not just book-related knowledge, is hands-on training. So having persons going through the different steps in processing, in procuring, in handling and managing agro-produce is really critical to the success of any industry. And when you're looking at the agro-productive sector, having access to such a facility, especially for the training purposes, is really, really priceless, as those skills can be developed. And the development of such skills is what will spin off into the formation of other companies, other processing facilities, and as well as bringing new innovations or other innovations to the market space. So it is really important to be able to provide that hands-on experience to complement the theoretical components when you're training persons to become solid agro-processors and innovators within the agricultural space. Having an agro-processing facility that can be accessed by students and also training of students in the western side of Jamaica really speaks volume to strengthening and improving the agro-productive force as well as the workforce during that side of the area of Jamaica. And it means it's a significant gain, because when you think of it, Western Jamaica is one of the major areas that have been focusing on agro-production. They tend to have the largest losses when you come on to glut in the market space, especially with your fruits like watermelons, your tomatoes. And having those skill sets developed among the students, the students in those programs, can come with significant solutions, or result in significant solutions to addressing some of those problems and ensuring that there's food security in those spaces. One of the things I'd really like to identify and try to encourage persons within different spaces, both private and public, is to take on an evidence-based approach or pragmatic approach to solving some of the challenges we're facing. In the Jamaican space, we have significant concerns when looking at food security and food safety, and we need to engage in, encourage, and participate more in research and development type activities to support these activities, these developments, as well as to consider the relevance and importance of capacity building, how we transfer the knowledge that we have within different spaces to the future workforce, so there can be some continuity, there can be constant innovation, and with the hope of improving the value chain and ensuring that our agricultural sectors can benefit and grow tremendously, as we proceed in the future years. Agriculture may not be very sexy, but it's very profitable. And one has to consider the fact that the first option that one will take in any particular scenario is to feed themselves first. if we can't assure and guarantee food security, then we can't guarantee health, we can't guarantee anything else. So even though it may not be as attractive as, traditionally been seen, there are quite a bit of opportunities. There are many, many opportunities in terms of employment, and there are many opportunities for entrepreneurial type ventures. So I would encourage students to just open your minds, look on the opportunities that exist, and see what solutions you can bring to the fore, what products you can develop that you can take to market, and how to expand the market, use your creativity and imagination, and to see how we can ensure that there's a vibrant agricultural sector and our food security and safety is guaranteed.